By the Divine Mother's grace, I was able to undertake a solo Yatra and trek to Sri Kedarnath this Navaratri. It was an enchanting experience. This video is a brief compilation of my Yatra. Sri Kedarnath Temple, located at an altitude of 11,800 feet, is one among the sacred Char Dham and also part of the Panch Kedar circuit, making this pilgrimage one of the most amazing pilgrimages in the country. I am now at Sonprayag. This is the starting point to the Kedarnath trek. Vehicles are not allowed beyond this point. From Sonprayag, we need to hire a shared jeep and go to Gaurikund, which is 5 kilometers from there, which is the start point to the Kedarnath trek, which is approximately 16 kilometers. This is the jeep ride from Sonprayag to Gaurikund. This is the start point at Gaurikund at an altitude of 6,500 feet, from which I will be trekking up to a total height of 11,800 feet near the temple. Temperature now is around 12 degrees Celsius and at Kedarnath expected to be around 3 degrees. The trek route to Sri Kedarnath Temple is filled with beautiful scenery with multiple waterfalls coming on the route, making it a wonderful and serene experience. So happy to see the majestic snow-capped peaks en route to Sri Kedarnath. I am at Jungle Chatti, the first rest point at 4 kilometers from the start of the trek. The trek route is filled with numerous enchanting waterfalls. It's now 9:30 am en route to the Kedarnath Temple, and the sun has come out just now. I have been trekking since 7 am and the sun just seems to have come. I am now at the second rest point, Bhimbali. I have covered around 6.5 kilometers in my trek, and it has taken around 2.5 hours to complete it. I have another 9 kilometers more to go to reach the temple. This is the Mandakini river, which accompanies us through the trek route, and its source is near the Kedarnath temple. It's around 11 am and the place has become surreal with mist fully covering all sides. I have still 6 more kilometers to reach the temple. The weather has started to get pretty cold, but since I'm trekking uphill, the cold is not yet experienced fully. After an exhaustive steep up climb, even a small patch of downslope is very heartening to see. With the altitude getting higher, the exertion level is also getting higher. The cold is also picking up. And near the last checkpoint, still over 5.5 kilometers away from the temple. It's 12 noon now, 5 years since I began my trek. I'm now resting and having some electrolyte and hydrating myself. The temperature out here is almost 10 degrees, but thanks to the steep uphill climb, body is all warmed up and not feeling the cold yet. In the route of the final ascent to Kedarnath Temple, there are shorter but steeper routes like this, which I'm trying to take. The advantage of this route is only trekkers will be there. There will be no horses and planquin people coming in this route. But the disadvantage is it's pretty much steep than the normal route, so more tiring. We can't have the cake and eat it. Finally, still 4 kilometers away. The final stretch is getting much more steeper and making me much more tired. This has been the most challenging stretch till now. We are just a couple of kilometers away from the temple. And it's fully misty. Oh, my bag, it's such a relief when I keep it down. Next time I will try to pack lighter. Again, heartening to see a small descent after steep climbing. Again, taking the steeper but shorter route in order to reach temple early and get an evening darshan. Finally, took the shortcut but steeper road and is totally exhausted. I'm definitely going to take the longer cut while turning down. It's 2 p.m. After trekking for 15 kilometers, it took around 7 hours and I have reached Nandi base camp, where I'll be staying in the dormitory. The temple is 1 more kilometer from here. After resting for around half an hour in my dormitory, I continued my final 1 kilometer trek to reach the temple. Finally reached the temple after 7.5 hours of trek, and it was such an amazing feeling to be there. It was pretty misty, hiding the view of the mighty Himalayas behind. It's around 6:15 a.m. next day morning, and I'm now walking from my dormitory to the temple again. These beautiful views were covered by mist yesterday. So happy to see the majestic snow-capped Garhwal Himalayan peaks. Some more scenes from en route to the temple. The Mandakini river flowing from near its source at Kedarnath. Sri Kedarnath Temple and the majestic peaks behind, unobstructed by the mist. The energy of this place is so indescribable, making the trek so much worth it. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala. View from behind the temple. கிரி உருவாகிய கிருபை கடலே கிருபை கொண்டருளுவாய் அருணாச்சலா. அருணாச்சல சிவ, அருணாச்சல சிவ, அருணாச்சல சிவ, அருணாச்சலா. This is the Samadhi Sthal of Sri Adishankaracharya, half kilometer behind the Kedarnath Temple. They have built a beautiful statue and a small meditation place is available here. I have trekked around 1.5 kilometers behind the temple and I have come to this wonderful place. This place is completely serene and free from any crowd. There's absolutely no one around, just me and Mother Nature. I am now trekking to Sri Bhairavnath Temple, which is 1 kilometer uphill from Sri Kedarnath Temple. These are some views from Sri Bhairavnath Temple. After finishing Bhairavnath Mandir, I did a small 200-meter trek and reached this point. Not many people here because this trek is slightly steep and my trekking pole helped me a lot. Without this it wouldn't have been possible. Some more views from my trek point. Motivated by the scenery, I did the 200-meter up trek, but the down seems pretty steep. That's the land I need to go down to. That's the Kedarnath Temple visible from my trek point. It's 11 a.m. and as expected, the mist has engulfed the mountain views. Helicopter takeoff from the helipad at Kedarnath. This is Swami Vivekananda Medical Camp located 1 kilometer near the temple. It is so heartening to see Sri Ramakrishna's grace materialized in this form here. They provide free medical services including OPD and emergency services and also provide all medicines free of cost for the required people. Saw this amazing saint sitting near the temple and writing the Lord's name and doing his sadhana. Initially thought him to be a normal abled person, but then noticed that both his legs were completely leper and amputated. But despite of it, it was so inspiring to see him carry on with his sadhana at this altitude at 2 degrees Celsius. It is around 1 p.m. and I'm about to start my return trek back to Gaurikund, and from there I will be going in a shared taxi to Sonprayag, where I'm staying for the night. It has been a wonderful and soul satisfying spiritual experience. This place has been amazing. It's 9 degrees Celsius now, but body has acclimatized and the sun has come out and the temperature is very pleasant. This is the horse stable. This is the Planquin mode of transport. It's 3 p.m. It's bright and sunny. At the same time, it has suddenly started raining and the intensity of rain has picked up, making the roads more slippery. I have taken my umbrella out and trying to wait for a few more minutes to see if the rain subsides. Else I need to continue with my umbrella, as I need to reach Gaurikund before dark, which may happen in another 2 or 2.5 hours. It will get dark. Some more visuals from the down trek from Kedarnath. It's amazing to see how they drive a tractor in this road. It's full chaos here with people walking, horses, planquins and tractors. Nowhere else this happens. It's really incredible to see the patience in which they have been driving this. These are summer views from my down trek. Some more scenes from the down trek from Kedarnath. 7 more kilometers to go to reach the base camp of Gaurikund. I'm going to miss these beautiful rivers and waterfalls around. It becomes pretty difficult to walk in small stretches like this, where the horses are constantly coming and hitting you from behind. I have now down trekked around 12 kilometers and I have 4 more kilometers to go to reach the base camp. It started mildly drizzling again. I just have over 3.5 more kilometers to cover to reach the base camp of Gaurikund. Luckily, this small stretch is not crowded and not much of horses, and I'm lazily and peacefully walking. This is the last waterfalls before I reach Gaurikund, the base camp. I am going to miss these waterfalls and these lush green beautiful scenery around. I am in the last 2 kilometer stretch downhill. It's almost pretty dark. In another 5-10 minutes it will become fully dark.
and the crowd has significantly reduced. 500 meters before we had a scare as a group of monkeys was sitting on top of the rocks and pushing the rocks down. So they stopped us from walking for a few minutes until those monkeys cleared. On the whole, it has been a wonderful adventure and spiritual experience.
It's fully dark now, and I still have 1.5 kilometers to reach the base camp.
I'm in the final phase of the return trek, just over 500 more meters. It's pitch dark, and I've switched on my torch to guide the way.
I have finally reached the base camp Gaurikund. The down trek took exactly 5 hours and 20 minutes. I took some of the shorter but steeper routes again to come before dark, but that was a huge strain to my legs. So I wouldn't recommend taking those steeper routes, and it's better to come in the longer but safer routes. Happily concluding my Kedarnath Yatra with a visit to Ma Parvati's shrine at Gaurikund. Har Har Mahadev. While I was traveling in the shared taxi from Gaurikund to Sonprayag, a tree fell on the road and the road was blocked, and the taxi was not able to go beyond this point, and all people from the taxi got down, and we all have to walk back another 2 kilometers to reach Sonprayag. This was unexpected, but all part of mother's play, so enjoying it.
Finally reached Sonprayag after an unexpected additional 2-kilometer walk. On the whole, the entire yatra was an amazing experience. Har Har Mahadev.